In this video, we're going to simplify the given fraction. For the numerator, it starts with 2244 and then 3 copies of 8154, ending with 3 digits 627. For the denominator, it starts with 4 copies of 8118, ends with triple zeros. Before we move on, don't forget to give a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications. The first thing that I'm going to try is to split the numerator into 2 parts so that one of the 2 parts will look similar like the denominator. The denominator consists of 4 copies of identical numbers and then triple zeros. So I want to create something similar at the top. To do this, I have to follow this block, 22 and 4. So the way I'm going to split it is the sum of 22, 4, and then copying this for 3 times, and then triple zeros. That's my first part after the split. And the second part will be the difference between the red number and the original numerator. So subtracting, you will notice that difference is starting from the second block, 6270, and then this block repeats 3 times, and finally we have 627. And perhaps that's the design of this problem. This number repeats, so it seems we are on the right track. Now, to further make use of this split, I'm going to rewrite that into some kind of a factorized form. So the given fraction now becomes 2244 multiplied by 10 to the power 15, because here we have, maybe I should label it here, 3 digits, 4 digits, 4 digits, 4 digits. So altogether we have 10 to the power 15 for the first block, and then 10 to the power 11, 10 to the power 7, 10 to the power 3, and that's it. That's the first part. While for the second part, I can write that as 627 multiplied by 10 to the power 12, 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 4 plus 1. Because for the first 627, the first block labeled in green, there are actually 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 digits next to it. Similar for the second block of 627, so it's 3 plus 4 plus 1, and 3 plus 1 for the third term. Now that's the sum, and that's the numerator. While for denominator, we can do something similar, which is 8118 multiplied by also power 15, power 11, power 7, and power 3. Also, if you look more closely into these powers of 10, you will notice that for the one labeled in blue, the other 2 sums are actually 1000 multiplied the one in blue, because all the indices are just increased by 3. So that means we can use the blue block as a common factor, and we can simplify the fraction. And after simplifying, you will see you have 2244 multiplied by 1000 plus 627, and all divided by 8118 times 1000. Now this is a much easier fraction to simplify, instead of the one like above where we have 19 digits on both entries. So now from this we can try to find out the prime factorization of these 3 numbers, which are much easier than before. Now for the first one, we have 22. Let's write it at the side. 2244 can be written as 11 times 204 Then 11 times 2 squared times 51, because 204 is a multiple of 4. 51 is 3 times 17, so double to double 4 can be written in this way. Now for 627, it's also multiple of 11, and so it's 11 times 57, 3 times 11 times 19. That's the second number. While for 8118, it's also multiple of 11, and the quotient is 738. Then you will notice that 738 is actually multiple of 9 because of the sum of digits is 18. So by factorizing 9 and 82 separately, we have 8118 to be equal to 2 times 3 squared times 11 times 41. Then from this, you can see that all these three numbers have common factor 3 and 11. So we can take them out. While for double to double 4, I can write that as just 4 times 17, and that's 68. So I'll write that as 68 times 33 times 1,000, and then for 627 is 33 times 19. While for the bottom part, we have 33 times, what remains is one of the 3's here, and then 41. So it's 2 times 3 times 41. And that's 246 times 1,000. Or for consistency, I'm going to write that as 10 cubed. Then you can see that I can just remove 33. What remains will be 68,019 over 246,000. But we still haven't reached the end yet, because both the numerator and the denominator are multiples of 3, and so we can check whether there are any other common factors. In fact, if we examine 246,000 more closely, then we will get 2 times 3 times 41 times 1,000. And so if you want to remove some common prime factors, then we should only just check these, like 68,019, whether it's a multiple of 3, whether it's a multiple of 41. And in fact, it's first divisible by 3. The quotient is 22,673. If you want to further divide by 41, then it's 553. So that means I can even remove the 3 and 41, and what remains is 553 over 2,000. And since 2 and 5, the only prime factors of 2,000, do not divide 553, that means this must be, in lowest terms, must be the simplified version. So I'll take this as the final answer. Please feel free to share your ideas in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you next time.